when you're opening the door on Halloween, sometimes some of the masks can be frightening if you've got little children. Is that your main concern?
I think the teenage boys, the scarier the better. I mean, you know, so that we were looking at a group of teenagers there. But what we found mums are saying to us is some of the costumes are terrifying. I mean, some of the killer clowns with the meat cleavers. Kids are having nightmares about them. They think they're outside the windows. You open the door on Halloween, trick or treat, and you get faced with one of these with, you know, meat cleaver or the headless horseman with the bloody neck. And the little kids, they can't distinguish between the fact that that's a person dressed up.
OK, but how would you police it? I mean, if you're saying that we should put an age limit on these costumes and stuff, how do you police that? How do you stop somebody from wearing a costume?
So on that level, on calling at the door, I think it would just be a real shame. So I would just say to teenagers and mums, you don't dress your children too scarily going on knocking on doors, because what will happen is people will just stop answering the door, which, you know, some people do, the party poopers, they just don't answer the door, so there's no trick or treating.
Hang on a moment, you can't call them party poopers for not answering the door if parents have got a reasonable concern about their child.
Exactly, so if it's too frightening, they won't answer the door, so let's keep it, you know, obviously, we saw a ghost there with a sheet on his head. Do you remember the old black bin liners? And no one's saying that. There's some fabulous costumes. The supermarkets do a great job selling relatively, you know, cheap costumes for kids.
How would this age limit work then? Would it be that the supermarkets weren't allowed to sell scary costumes to children? Is that what I don't understand quite what you're saying.
OK, so a lot of the costumes that are being sold at the moment, some of them are really quite frightening. Some of them are actually serial killers, and the description is become a serial killer. There's also some really over-sexualised ones. In fact, one was pulled by a retailer last night, so thank you, responsible retailer, for pulling it. But it was the Midnight Mischief, sexy 4-year-old, complete with corset and miniskirt for a 4-year-old.
That won't do.
So it's not being a party pooper. It's just saying, like, let's be reasonable.
A shocking taste. Shocking taste.
Which part of this do you get most frightened by?
I think, you know, we're adults and we're parents and we look after our children in a certain way. And when you see certain costumes, like serial killer costumes and that, they mean different things to us as adults than they do to children. To children, it's a scary mask. It's something that, you know, they see on TV, they like the look of. And it's OK. To an adult, they don't see the film. Your children don't go and watch The Exorcist at 4 years old. No. You wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. But they might see a girl in a nightie and it looks like a cool costume. And, you know, so it's very, very different what children see as something scary as we as adults might see. You know, with the other sexualisation.
But blood-splattered costumes, people holding fake weapons, you know, that you don't need to see a film to find that disturbing.
You don't.
What would be your message? Would it be to be the party pooper and not open the door just in case there's something
absolutely
scarier?
not. No, I mean, you know, these costumes, if you look at real life today, if you look at what you see on Facebook, if you look at what you see on the news, our children are seeing this every day. We have been desensitised to a lot of things. And just say we're going to put age restrictions on them, what difference will it make? I mean, the parents ultimately will have the end decision on what the children are going to wear. I mean, Halloween's all about families. You know, our event, we have 3,000 people come through. Of those, half of them are children. And, you know, we raise a lot of money for cancer research. And we also, you know, very few children that come through don't like it. I mean, we had 5 children out of 1,500 kids of the 3,000 that didn't like it.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because how scary is too scary? You know, children like the thrill of Halloween, don't they?
But there just has to be a lot, and it is responsible parenting. It's also responsible retailers. It's responsible everyable, responsible society. But lots of children, lots and lots of children are having nightmares about the killer clowns,
point
so
made.
that's not.
A lot of people on Facebook and Twitter are saying that they think that it's just become too commercialised. And someone here says, "And what happened to Penny for the Guy? Remember Penny for the Guy?"
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's
a week
Fox.
after.
Yeah.